When a police officer thinks they can illegally drive on the wrong side of the road to issue parking tickets, we know it must be Chicago. Welcome in everybody to the channel. In today's video, we're going to show why a cop trying to do the right thing writing parking tickets actually ends up doing the wrong thing, driving on the wrong side of the road. This comes to us from Chicago, Illinois in the US. Let's go check it out.
Why is this officer driving the wrong way down busy city streets? She found an easy way to issue parking tickets. And while it's not illegal, police can drive however they want. Her wrong way driving did get her in trouble.
CBS 2 investigator Dave Savini also exposes allegations the officer has been writing bogus tickets, many of them later thrown out. Here's Dave.
It's morning rush hour, and you are watching a Chicago police officer driving the wrong way down busy streets, driving in the direct path of oncoming motorists, even with no emergency lights, and cutting people off without warning.
I would get scared. I'd be worried because clearly something's going on of some crazy importance that you need to be going the wrong way.
For days, we've found the same squad being driven this way. Here, a bicyclist has to drive around it in the middle of the street. And here, the cop blocks traffic, forcing oncoming motorists to make abrupt lane changes.
In the opening to the video, they say this isn't illegal and cops can drive any way they want. How is this not illegal? Cops are not above the law, news reporter. No matter what you think, they can't just drive any way they want, even in the event of they're writing a parking ticket. They can drive with lights and sirens during an emergency. Illegally parked cars are not an emergency. While they are illegal and they're breaking the law and they should be ticketed, it's not an emergency. It's not like somebody's losing their life or being robbed. It's a difference. They have to distinguish that difference.
Excuse me, officer. We want to know why you're blocking a lane of traffic.
But Officer Patricia Moran, the cop behind the wheel, isn't chasing a fleeing suspect. She's in pursuit of something else, trying to beat motorists to their parked cars before 7 a.m. so she can quickly write as many street cleaning tickets as possible.
School buses were going by you. Trucks had to go in the other lane.
Literally no lights, no signal, no nothing. The wrong way, pulls right in front of a car that's just trying to drive.
Citizens like Ben Jacoby want to know why no one is stopping Officer Moran from driving this way just to write parking tickets.
It's the kind of thing that I would get a ticket for if I was driving my car.
I got people complaining in the neighborhood you're driving down the street the wrong way.
By driving the wrong way,
You can see just her attitude, how she's just so smug and just puts her head up and just continues on with what she's doing. Those cars are having to go around her and could crash head on into somebody. I complain about this in parking lots when people park up against the fire lane and everyone has to go around them and you got cars coming both ways. It is dangerous.
Officer Moran never even has to get out of her seat. She just reaches out the window.
I'm just doing my job.
One after another, she tickets cars on door handles while obstructing traffic.
Officer Moran, we saw this on Foster and Sheridan. I mean, couldn't you just get out of the car?
Wow.
It's dangerous, and for what, a couple bucks for the city?
Jacoby owns this car you are watching Moran ticket on Ashland Avenue. She nailed him for parking during a 2-hour no parking period for street cleaning. A ticket Jacoby says he never should have gotten.
He says he was new to the area, just visiting a friend, and the pole he parked under didn't even have a no parking sign. And here's the next available sign he could have seen. It's a block away, and it's blocked by trees.
The brightly colored orange paper street sweeping signs you normally see hanging on poles and trees in other neighborhoods are not hung here on Ashland Avenue, where we found Moran routinely targeting cars like Jacoby's.
That adds up.
It definitely adds up.
Yeah, she's just trying not to get out of the car because she's lazy. She can just pop it right in the door handle. I mean, not even on the window, just in the door handle. Like, that's crazy.
Especially if you're doing one every 30 seconds.
But there's even more to this story.
There are a lot of times that I received a ticket that is wrong.
Rashid Loomis says Officer Moran wrote him so many tickets, it was starting to feel personal.
I was thinking that is somebody got something against me because the tickets kept coming. I had so much tickets.
The CBS 2 investigators found out about Loomis after we obtained records revealing he'd been repeatedly ticketed by the officer. Since 2016, he appealed 7 of the parking tickets Moran gave him, and 6 of them were thrown out, including tickets Moran wrote for street cleaning violations, he says, on non-street cleaning days.
I fought it because
She was just in this routine of just boop, 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 not even paying attention to what day it was. And 6 of his 7 tickets were not even right.
I know I was right. She was wrong.
The parking ticket data we obtained also shows Moran tops the list of officers from her district whose parking tickets have been appealed. In fact, citywide since 2016, 9,600 officers have had parking tickets appealed. Moran ranks number 2 for the most tickets appealed by drivers and the most tickets thrown out by hearing officers. Of her 1,203 parking tickets appealed, 806 of them, more than 2/3, were tossed out.
She's had 1,200 appealed. How many did she write? I mean, was this woman writing 100 tickets a day? My goodness.
Are you upset that she's able to do this?
Oh, yes, I've been upset for a long time.
Loomis says he's seen her drive this way too, and he's upset she's been able to get away with it. He believes she's the one who should be getting ticketed.
We know it's dangerous, but who am I to tell the police that you're doing something wrong?
At least one person did complain to Moran's superiors at the 20th District and recorded video of her wrong way driving. This one ironically shows a street sweeper had to pull over and wait until Officer Moran got out of the way. Despite that complaint, we found Moran kept doing it until we got involved.
Couldn't you just get out of the car?
I will, she said as she drove away. So weeks later, we checked back and found she changed her driving ways and now gets out of the squad to safely ticket cars. But the question remains, how many of those tickets will actually stick?
Wow, unbelievable. That lady's entitlement and just, I'm a cop with a cop car, badge, a gun, whatever, can do whatever I feel like. It just goes to show you that there are good cops. I live 2 doors down from a Tampa Police Department, Tampa PD officer. Amazing dude, really nice guy. And I couldn't imagine him pulling something like this. In fact, you guys might be educated that not too long ago in downtown Tampa was a mass shooting that several people died at and 20 people were shot. And he was active that night, and he was working that route. And he was there performing CPR on one of the young fellows that actually ended up passing away. Super good officer, gives police a good name. People like this give them a horrible name and should not be police officers. And unfortunately, she's not one of a couple in this country or even in that state or city. She's one of thousands of bad officers. And I am pro police. I am pro good police, not people that take advantage of their position. So if you are a police officer, law enforcement watching this, I am on your team. I'm on your side. We have several of them in my neighborhood, including my neighbor 2 doors down. And just please do the right thing. Don't act like this. Don't be this officer. But with that said, I appreciate you guys watching the channel, watching the videos, and to all my new subscribers, welcome into the channel. Thank you for being here. If you could, hit that like button. That blue thumbs up really helps the algorithm, and I appreciate it, and it really means a lot to me. And if you could subscribe to the channel, I'd love to have you back for more videos. Have a wonderful evening, everyone, and I will see you